Anahat Singh of India has finally claimed a World Junior title.
Do you think number 2 position is bad?
I think it's the worst. For me, when I've come second, it's hurt the most. Because it's like you've done everything, you won every single match in the event, and then you've come that close to winning, and then you come second. I just wish I came third.
Anahat Singh, India's rising squash star. At just 18, she became the first Indian ever to win the World Junior Squash Championships. Today, she talks about her journey, the mindset behind the game, and what it really takes to live and train like an athlete.
What happened in Bega? In semi-finals, you injured your ankle and then you were advised not to play.
I spoke to the doctors at home and they were like, you're going to aggravate the injury even further if you go into court. Even my parents were like, why are you doing this?
Did you see that as losing or did you see that as like a bad day?
I saw it as losing. I looked out of the court and I saw like 3 of my teammates and my 2 coaches sitting outside, and they were just like, Anahat, just push through this. Like one match, and if you're going on to court, you're not just playing for yourself.
You've said somewhere before that I've always had the mental strength.
Physically, there's 100 squash players out there who are better than me. Physicality, sure, everyone has. Skill, most people have. But mentality, some people have, some people don't. Definitely, there'll be some days that I am number 1. But then there'll also be days where I'm number 10.
Are you a good loser?
No, I'm terrible. I take a long time to get over losses.
Since the beginning or right now?
No, always.
Why? You don't know how to lose?
I can't. I'm way too competitive.
What cost did you pay to become a world champion?
Missing out on life. I ended up missing my graduation a couple of months back. That was one day that hit me the most than any other day.
Where were you?
I was in Egypt for a tournament. I opened my phone. The first thing I saw was like my friends just, at their graduation and just posting pictures. I mean, I would not do anything to trade where I am right now either.
I have a small favor to ask you. I need you to subscribe to our channel. The more subscribers we have, the better and bigger guests we can bring and provide you more value through these conversations. And also, the full audio experience of the show is available on Spotify, where you can follow us and stream and listen to all our episodes. If you're someone running a small business from home or just starting something of your own, one of the biggest challenges is getting your products to your customers without it costing a lot. That's why I suggest Porter. Their 2-wheeler service is available in more than 40 cities, and they've now launched Porter Scooter with the same 20 kg capacity for goods that need extra space and extra care. So whether you're sending an order to a customer or moving goods for your business, Porter handles it all. And the best part is that you never have to negotiate on price. Whatever rate you see on the app is exactly what you pay. To know more about our title sponsor Porter and their services, check the link in the description below. Tell me, if someone's watching you for the first time and they have no clue who you are, and they're wondering, who's this person sitting right here?
Yeah.
How would you tell them? Who are you? What do you do?
I play squash. That's the biggest part of me, I guess.
Give me some story to the ones which you have probably not shared with the world. Like, what happened? You joined squash. How old were you?
8.
You were 8 years old. You joined squash. You started playing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when did it get serious? That, hey, now I want to go in here. I want to start beating people. And I'll be the champion.
As soon as I started playing.
Day one, you were that competitive?
I mean, I always knew that I wanted to do something with sports.
Okay.
Whether it was squash, badminton, any
Why?
other sport. I mean, I don't know. I've always been very sporty in that sense,
Okay.
even in school. I started badminton when I was 5. So it was really, really early on. And it's just something, even now, like if you tell me, don't play squash for 1 week, I can't. Like I physically cannot do that. I need to do something in my day, something physical, something where, I have to go and hit the ball or some sort of activity.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, that's just how it's. I played the British Junior Open, which was one of the biggest junior stages at only, I think I was 9 or 10 years old. And I ended up winning it the first time that I went. And I think that was just like, my parents took me as a holiday. It was my first international tournament. It was one of the first events that I was actually playing. It was more for my sister because she was 5 years older than me, and it was she was playing under 17. So it was more of a serious event for her and more of just like family holiday, just Anahat come along and they enrolled me and I ended up winning it. And I don't know, I think that was just one of the events that I realized that, okay, maybe it's not just a hobby, and I think, for me still, it's a hobby for me. It's still something that I don't really look at as, a profession or anything like that. And
Nice.
I think just, that event was something that I realized that, okay,
This
can actually work out. Yeah.
This can But if I have to ask you a little deeper question, do you think sports was more like an identity play for you or as an escape for you?
I think it's both. It's an escape for me when it's like, I'd say when everything else in my life is too stressful, sports is an escape. Where if there was too much stress with exams or too much, if I'm arguing with my parents or my friends or anything like that, then first thing I do is go to the squash court, hit a few balls and just get my mind off of it. But also the other way around, that if squash is getting too much, then I go to my parents, I go to my friends, and I think it just gets mismatched like that. And I think, originally it was more of an escape, but as I'm starting to play more professional and it's actually becoming more of a profession rather than a hobby, it is becoming my identity. And even you asked me, so how would you describe yourself? The first thing that comes to my mind is squash. It's something that I can't really imagine my life without. But I'm also someone that, enjoys doing things besides that. If, like I said before as well, like if I feel like I'm doing just squash all the time, that's way too much for me. And I really need to balance things out. And that's why, a lot of people ask me like, okay, how is it that I only train like 2 hours a day? Because there's some people who only play like national level and who end up playing like 6 hours a day. And I'm like, I just can't see myself doing that. And I don't think that would actually work in my favor. So, I think for me, I think it's really, really important for me to just balance things out and just, try. I love trying new things. I love trying new sports, even though squash is there. I love trying new sports. I love, going out and trying new food and just new things and discovering new places. And even though I am a creature of habit and, do things and follow things in a certain way, I'm also, in contrast, someone who likes to do new things as well.
Nice. So you said you like trying new things, new food, you love playing new sports. What new sports do you play or do you try?
I've grown up playing different sports, even in school. There was a certain point where I had to, give that a break. I remember when I really, really wanted to be like in the school basketball team, but my coaches and my parents said, no way, we cannot risk getting you injured. And I was so upset about that because even though I had squash, I just wanted to do like 100 things alongside it as well. So I was like, okay, fine. This is one thing. I'm not going to listen. That's okay. And then I left like the sports aspect out of it. But now, I like even if it's not squash, I like trying new, like watching new shows. I like going to new places, new countries, and just trying new things all the time, because if I can't explore it in the sports aspect, which I really wanted to do, I'm going to try to substitute it in other ways.
Nice. So new countries, which new country did you visit recently?
Recently, you actually end up going to the same places for squash, but I remember like one of the places we ended up going to Australia last year, and it was this place right in the middle of nowhere. You would have never heard of it. It's called Bega.
Okay.
And we had to take 2 flights to get there, one 12-hour flight, one 8-hour flight. Then we had to drive for 4 hours, and it was in the middle of nowhere. And it was one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my entire life. And I think just, getting to travel and seeing that, and it was it was a really small tournament as well. So I think just, getting the chance to do that, and it was just, that's one place I'm never ever going to forget.
Never. What happened in Bega? I remember something happened.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't the best squash-wise, but it did give me the chance to, go around the city a little bit more. But I got injured quite badly in that tournament, and I had to retire from the final.
Yeah. So in semifinals, you injured your ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you were advised not to play. right? But why you still ended up playing? Why?
Yeah. I mean, like I told you, it was a really long journey. So, I mean, I was like, okay, if I've come all the way here, there's no chance I'm just letting this go like that. And also the fact that, I mean, I've always even like just been brought up in a way that even though something is going wrong, even if I'm injured, I'm still going to push through it and try. I mean, I spoke to the doctors at home and they were like, you're going to aggravate the injury even further if you go in and to court. Even my parents were like, why are you doing this? But I was like, you never know what happens. I remember I played an event 2 years before that and I was injured and I don't know how, just because of the adrenaline of the whole situation, I ended up winning. So I was like, if that's happened, maybe it can happen again. So I mean, I was like, why not give it a shot? But didn't seem to work out this time.
But weren't you worried that in semifinals, doctors told you that if you play, you might end up making your ankle worse and you might not be able to play for long? There could have been, like, anything could have happened, right? Probably you must have maybe lost your ankle for a long period, and for 6-7 months, 1 year, you would be on bed or not playing at all. Like, did you not think about all these possibilities?
I did, but I also didn't want to, lose the chance of possibly winning the tournament as well. It was one of my first tournaments that I had, gone and played. It was one of the bigger tournaments that I had gone to play as well, because it was my initial ones, playing in the senior circuit. So I also wanted to, because I knew that I was playing well in that event, that, if I somehow end up winning it, I wasn't expected to win it. I wasn't even expected to reach the final. So if there's any way that I can somehow pull it off and, just, start off my senior career in a good way, then I would love to do that, especially in a place that I loved so much. So, I mean, I just wanted to give it a shot, but I mean...
Who were you playing against?
I played an Egyptian girl.
28-year-old.
I think she was in her 20s, yeah.
And then, so you walked out of the court even before giving your full. How did you feel about that? Because you hate losing.
Yeah, I was...
Would you see this as losing? Would you see this as giving up?
That day I definitely did, because, I went into court. I still played the match. If I didn't play the match, it would have been a different situation, but I still went, and if you go back into history and look at the record, it still shows that I lost the match. So it's, for me, I was extremely upset that day, because firstly, of course, I was injured, and I also knew that I had a few important tournaments coming up as well, so I didn't know how it was going to go and what the next few days were going to look like. And I mean, of course, I lost the match, and I really, really wanted to, win that tournament, because I knew going into it that I had a good chance. And like I mentioned before, it was one of my first events as well. So, I mean, I remember that tournament to be one of the tournaments that I was extremely upset. I mean, my parents didn't really know what to do. And like I mentioned, it was a 4-hour car ride just to the airport. And I remember just staring out into the window. I was like... when my leg was up in like the car seat, because doctor said keep it elevated. So for 4 hours, my leg was just up and I was looking out, and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen now. I have a very important tournament in a week coming up. And yeah, I mean, it was a confusing tournament. It was a confusing 1 month, but I mean, nothing too serious happened after that and it all worked out.
But would you see that in your head at that point? Did you see that as losing? Or did you see that as just like a bad day?
No, I saw it as losing.
And sure. Why? Why would you not see it as a bad day? Oh, okay, injury, it's okay, move on.
Because I still gave it a shot. The thing is, if I admitted that, okay, like I wouldn't have been able to pull it off, that would have been a different situation. But, I still believed that I could have won. And I still had that hope that, I could give it a shot and do well. And I think if I didn't have that hope, then it would have been a different situation, because, I would have expected it and I would have been prepared in my head that, okay, there's a chance I can lose. But, I still knew that there was some way I could, win. I was in a good form, and I could, even if I just, did something or the other, even if I was just on one leg and somehow managed to do it, even if it was like down to the last few points. But, in my head, it was very different.
And were you not worried about injury at all?
I mean, I was, but I also knew that if I felt like it was getting worse in the match, I could walk out any minute. So, I mean, it
was like worth a shot.
Yeah, I was like, why not? I can take the risk, and even if I take the risk, there's always a way out of it. So
nice. When I was a kid, I was in school. I remember it was 9th standard, 8th standard, something. And I used to play Taekwondo. Okay. And it was my national gold match. Okay. So it was finals, and I knew that I had silver. Anyone just reaching here at silver, right? So it was just that last match, right? And the moment first round started, I got injured here because the other person kicked here by mistake and I couldn't speak. My voice was just off. Like this is what happened, right?
Yeah.
The voice got. And everyone around me suggested that I should quit. Because they were like, if one more kick, what if you lose voice forever? What if this never comes? Like, you should not take the risk, this and that. And I quit. I didn't pursue because I was like, in my head, if I ended up losing voice, this taekwondo thing is not going to last forever. What will I do without a voice, right?
Yeah.
And I lost. And I have that silver medal and I hate it till date.
But I mean, now in what you're doing, you need
The voice.
all
Exactly.
of your voice. So it's like, it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out, but I regret it. I was like, I wish, because when I saw the final points and just after first round, I was up. So it was just like, all I had to do was just stay there for 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
Like just do nothing and I would have been gold medals. And I couldn't. So I regret it till date. And I was a kid, I should have forgotten about it. And today my voice matters way more than anything in my life at this point.
It was, you have to pick one or the other.
Yeah. But now, like at that time, I didn't know, right? My voice will matter so much.
Yeah.
But I regret it. And so every time I hear about an injury, so I can understand because I quit. And I feel like there are moments, it's been years, there are moments I still feel like a loser sometimes. Because I'm like, oh, I didn't push through. I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have showed up in the court just the way you did.
But mine didn't work too well. So maybe it's okay. You took the better way out of it.
Yeah, but it's like, as an athlete, you can, no matter what match you're playing, even if it's a small club level or a national level or an international level, you feel bad.
Yeah.
You feel like really, really bad. In fact, I was watching this documentary by Nadal. Did you see the Nadal documentary?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You saw his point where he also had this injury in his leg.
He had didn't they say that he had like no chance of playing again?
Yes. He had no chance of playing again. And in fact, at one point, Nadal, made it a belief that if it's paining, it means he's doing good. So he would like play really hard. And then if it starts paining, like in the middle of the game, I think his leg, somewhere, something
His
he had,
foot.
some disease, his foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it starts hurting, then he's like, oh, I'm doing good. So he would hurt himself intentionally more because now it's hurting. I want to play good and I'll win. Do you do that?
No, because then sometimes the pain gets too much. But maybe I'll reach that mentality. But no, I know that, I mean, of course, if it's paining too much, then I don't really have much of a choice, because if it hurts, that means that there's also a chance of it getting worse. So I don't want to risk that either. But of course, if it's not too much and I feel like I can push through it, then there's always a why not.
Yeah. Athletes do that now. It becomes a whole identity. So if you quit on court, you feel like, that's your identity. Like, oh yeah, I'm not someone who gives up in life. You will start you don't see yourself as someone who got out of the game because of an injury. You see yourself as a loser or somebody who quit.
Yeah, you can't quit without trying.
Yeah, you think about that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
All the time.
I mean, that's one thing. Like, for some reason, there's like in this tournament, the World Juniors, I've played for 5 years and I've gotten injured all 5 years. And especially like the one that happened this year, my individuals was over and I had already won the event, and and then we have the team event after that. I mean, of course, as an individual, the individuals are important, but for the team event, it's not just you. You're playing for the 4 people, you're playing for the country, you're playing for, the stakes are a lot higher. And I had a really, really long week and I had a training block for almost 1.5 months before. So I was completely flat and I was super tired, and I got really badly injured in one of the team matches. And I looked out of the court and I saw like 3 of my teammates and my 2 coaches sitting outside, and they were just like, Anahat, just push through this like one match, because they really, really needed it to win the match. And it wasn't just my own match. If I retired, then okay, I lost, but I was already satisfied because I won the individuals. But it was like, the team would lose then. So then I could see it in their eyes. I was like, okay, no matter what, like even if I won the individuals, it doesn't mean anything because it matters. If I'm playing for myself, it's a different thing. Then if I've lost, only I feel bad. If I lose in a team event match, it's 100 other people, that feel it. So I was just like, you have to really, really push through it. And, somehow it wasn't a very tough match, but it was something that always ends up happening in these team events, and it's happened for the last 5 years. And I think this event especially is something that has always stuck with me because it's, taught me that like sport is not just about yourself. And if you're going on to court, you're not just playing for yourself, especially in this tournament as well, like the one in Bega. I knew that if I walked out, it wasn't just me that lost. It was my coaches. It was everyone that helped, my parents and everyone who traveled there and helped me, prepare for the event. So I couldn't have just let that go for no reason.
You've said somewhere before that I've always had the mental strength. I never used it properly. Something like that, right? What was that?
I mean, people always ask me that, do you not get stressed out before tournaments? And even my coach, I mean, I've not really thought about too much because I feel like I've always had it. And one thing that really helps me out in events like these and that the stakes are really high is that I can play without pressure and I can play freely. And I think that's one of the things that's really benefited me as well, because I've seen in a few tournaments where I've taken a lot of pressure and I go completely flat. I lose to players that no one would expect me to lose to. And then there's events where, I have no thought in the world and I'm just going in to just enjoy every moment. And I played the best squash I've ever played in my life. So I think just that's something that has always worked for me. And, that even my coaches have seen, and before tournaments and matches that they feel like I might get stressed out, they make sure they talk to me extra to make sure that, because they feel like my mental strength, because physically there's 100 squash players out there who are better than me. And they feel like my mental strength is something that sticks out. And they want to make sure, and I want to make sure that every single match that I go into, that's something that I have. Because physicality, sure, everyone has. Skill, most people have. But mentality, some people have, some people don't. So it's one thing that I feel like I should keep. And, I'm happy that I have that. And I'm going to make, full use of it and, make sure I bring out the best of it.
What really excites you?
About
anything, just not squash. Well, what keeps you going?
I mean, I just like doing things that I have fun with. If I do something that I get bored, that's why I like to do many things at the same time. Because I feel like if I get too stressed out in squash and I get bored, then my mindset will change completely.
What's the bad, let's say negative thing you do? something which is associated with guilty pleasure. Like binge watching reels and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
I think that's every teenager. I stay up too late binge watching reels and, of course, eating junk food all the time.
No, where does junk food go? It doesn't show up in the code, not your work.
No, but that's a good thing. I feel my parents keep saying stop, but they don't realize it's what,
actually, it's a fuel.
Yeah.
It's a fuel. What do you enjoy eating?
Chocolate, chips, pizza.
Give me specific. What chocolate?
I have this routine that before I go to sleep, I have to have 6 pieces of dairy milk. And I had this conversation with my mom yesterday, actually. We had an argument. She was like, Anahat, Asian Games is coming up. You really need to stop. And then I called up my nutritionist right away and I was like, please talk to my mom. She's not letting me have chocolate. And I've not had, I've always had chocolate for the last 18 years of my life, ever since I've even known what chocolate is. So you can't let her stop me. And then my nutritionist okay, can we bring it down to 5 pieces, 4 pieces? I was like, no, I'm sticking to my 6 pieces. And you can change anything else about my day, but this doesn't change.
This doesn't. Every day dairy milk needs to be there.
Yeah.
That you've been eating since how long?
I mean, forever. If I go back and talk to people who've been in the squash circuit, they tell me I don't remember this, but they tell me stories about how when I was 8 years old and I used to start playing squash, I had just started, I used to roam around with 2 pieces of the small Dairy Milk chocolates in my bag all the time. And people used to come and ask me like, Anahat, can we please have some? And I'd say no, like you can't touch it. And how people usually have like bananas in between matches, I used to have chocolates. So it's like my fuel.
It's your fuel. And since forever. It's been like that.
Yeah.
And the same type of Dairy Milk?
Yeah, Dairy Milk Oreo. No other change.
No, why?
I don't know.
Have you tried other flavors, other chocolates?
I have. I mean, if I have no option, then yes. But if I'm home in Delhi, it's just something that I stick to. I can't change it.
Wow. Dairy Milk should sponsor you like right now at this point.
I'd love that. I think I was going through my Blinkit order history and just chocolate.
Wow. Fuel for the champions.
Yeah,
they should do that at this point if they're watching somebody Cadbury guys.
Please.
Yeah, this is your...
I'd save a lot of money.
So guilty pleasures, Dairy Milk, binge watching reels. Who do you follow on Instagram that you absolutely love? Or maybe you don't even follow and just talk.
Yeah. I don't follow anyone. I just go through reels. If I like someone, then I'll go through that account. I'll spend like 45 minutes on that account. I'll go to the next. I'll like someone, spend 45 minutes on that account.
So give me someone who you've been obsessed with lately.
Recently, yesterday I was actually, because I was thinking about like new post ideas and I was going through Emma Raducanu's posts and I find they were really cool. So I was trying to, on my notes app, like post ideas.
The tennis player, right?
Yeah. And I was going through it and I was like, her posts are really nice and I need to, maybe I can copy some ideas from her. And I was just making a list of, like post ideas from her account. And that was something most recent I was going through.
Nice. So Emma, who else? Do you like Naomi?
Yeah. I mean, her style is really cool.
Yeah. Like, do you see yourself doing that ever? Like being in fashion and doing the same thing, or that doesn't appeal?
I can. Because I really like, just dressing up on court and wearing nice things. And I'm very conscious about what I wear when I get into court. So
okay. What are you conscious about?
No, like I have a certain style and certain things that I like to wear. Okay. A little bit also because of superstition, but also because I feel like if I feel like I'm comfortable and I feel like I look nice when I'm going into court, I play better as well. So
where does this come from? And what's the superstition?
I mean, superstition is, if I play well, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but if I play well in a certain color or a certain outfit, then I end up wearing that for the whole tournament. I mean, it looks a bit weird because I'm wearing the same thing over and over again, but I mean, that's something that I stick to. And yeah, I mean, just mainly.
Which color has gotten you like the maximum wins?
Black and white. I know that's really boring, but all my outfits, if I go through my cupboard or if I go through my suitcase when I'm packing, it's just monochrome, black, white.
Just absolute black and white because they make you champion. And
I mean, as of now, I think so.
And you just started thinking about that or somebody put that idea in your head?
No, I mean, I think it's just something, I mean, black and white is something that is the simplest and I started wearing it and then I just started doing well when I wore it and then I just stuck to it. But now I'm getting into red a little bit, add a little bit of color, but hopefully my color scheme expands a little bit in the next few years and not too boring and just, black and white everywhere.
Doesn't matter as long as it makes you win. So on the court, you can still be boring black and white. Get the win.
Right now, black and white.
Okay. But when you're outside, you can maybe experiment with like 500 different colors.
Not 500. 5. Slowly. We'll
then for Naomi is a little off for you.
I mean, I like her style. I mean, I like the fact that she tries different things. But right now, I'm too, set.
As long as it's actually making you win, no?
Yeah.
So that's what. Any other color which has made you win?
There was, like I said, red. There was one outfit that I wore and it made me win. Then I wore that a few times and then I started losing wearing that outfit. So then that went into the back of my cupboard and I never touched it again.
Okay. Bad energy.
Yeah. Not happening. Going back to black and white.
Wow. Do you know like almost every sports person has something like this?
Yeah.
You know this?
I've seen like if I go through like the interviews and stuff, one of the questions that's always asked is, what's your superstition? Yeah. I've seen people say like the way that they set their bottles during like tennis matches. I mean, Nadal, I've not gone to that extent yet, but Maybe one day I do.
Yeah, Nadal is like that, right? Like the way he sets his
I've
bottle.
heard, yeah. No, I have a few really weird ones as well.
Tell me the weird superstitions. Okay.
I mean, there's a few that, like, if I look out at a certain person, like if my dad is sitting there, my mom's sitting there, and my coach is sitting there, and I'll win a point when I look at my dad, mom, and then my coach first, I will stick to that order. And then if I lose the point, I will keep experimenting and keep switching the order. And then if I win a point sticking to one, then I will keep doing that. And somehow it actually ends up working. I don't know how.
Nice.
Yeah. And there's a
Nice.
few, I wipe my head, and if I wipe my head and I win the point, I keep doing that. So it's quite a few odd ones.
But do you think about all of these before you get on the court?
No, not really. It's just from the first point. And also, if I turn my racket around and it's facing a certain way and I win that first point, I will do that. And sometimes it's a few of them combined. So it's like I have to do 10,000 things in between that few seconds that I have. And I'm like,
Find the winning formula.
do I think about my match, or do I think about what all I need to do, where I need to wipe my hand? Or it's a lot.
Nice. So and then you would find the winning formula, some random combination, and it'll work in the entire tournament, or for that match, or for like 5 points?
For that match.
Okay.
And if I feel like if it switches around, then I'm more focused on actually trying to find my new superstition rather than what I need to change in my match. I'm trying to fix that because I get too defocused then. But I mean, it's always worked for me. So I think, I guess it's a form of like giving me confidence.
Yeah, but why are you trying to change that when it's working?
Because then I don't think about actually, the squash aspect of it. I'm just thinking about, okay, I've wiped my hand on a certain point in the court. I need to keep going back and wiping my hand there. So it's like, am I thinking about that, or, which shot I need to
But
hit?
isn't it good, and isn't it better?
I mean, I guess it kind of is, because then if I lose a point, it derails my mind from it a bit as well. So I guess,
because I would think that it's better for you, because you're not actually focusing on, oh, how do I win the game? How do I do this? How do I do this? In your head, you know that, okay, you know the game. You've gotten through this like 500 times.
Yeah,
So you just need to find some anchor point so that you can get back in the game.
Yeah, I think it has its benefits. Right now I'm only seeing the benefits, so I'm going to keep going.
Whenever,
Yeah.
have you seen any time it has messed up with your mind a lot?
It's not messed up with my mind. There's been times where I've lost the match and it's not worked, but I don't think it's because of the superstition. It's actually because of what I've, produced on the court. But I sometimes blame it on the superstition, even though it's my fault.
I agree. That's a good way to actually...
I can't take accountability. It's not my fault.
Are you a good loser or no?
No, I'm terrible.
You're terrible?
I take a long time to get over losses.
Since the beginning or right now?
No, always.
Always?
Yeah.
Why? You don't know how to lose? You can't lose.
I can't. I'm way too competitive. Not only in squash, even in if I'm playing a board game with my friends or my family, if I lose, I won't be able to see their faces for the next few days.
What do you do when you're losing? Or when you lose?
When I lose, I cry. Sometimes I remember from when I was a kid, even though I was happy, if I've played someone really good and I've lost, it's just been an instinct that I have to cry. Even though I've been happy, it's just been something that's been in it. But now, I've stopped doing that. It's too embarrassing now. But
Why is it embarrassing? It's good.
No.
Catharsis.
I need to be mature.
Who's putting these ideas in your head?
Myself.
Why? It's good to cry.
No, I know. I cry.
It's better. People will love you more. You will love yourself more.
No, I cry when I feel like it, but I don't force myself to do it. But yeah, I'm a really bad loser. I take too long to get over it. And my coaches, they know, because normally if you talk to a coach, they'd be like, you've done this wrong. But they know that if they talk to me about the bad things after I've lost, that it's going to make me feel worse. So now they've just started, consoling me rather than, actually talking about the match. So it's worked well.
So you cry?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
Okay.
Unless I genuinely feel really bad about it, then yeah.
But you would cry after even a practice game or just tournaments?
No, just tournaments.
Just tournaments.
Yeah.
Let's say you lose a match in a practice game. Then?
I'd be quite hard on myself. My parents have brought me up in a way that whenever they'd get the time, they'd come and watch my matches. And whenever they'd watch my matches, they'd sometimes give me inputs and they'd tell me what to do before and after. So, I mean, even during practice games, I've, been brought up in a way that I need to take it like I'm playing a tournament. So I think that's just something that even if I'm playing a practice game and I lose, I hate losing like every single point. So
what's hard on you? You said you're hard on yourself even when you lose a practice match.
Yeah, I mean, because I know that if I'm making those mistakes in practice, then I might make those in the match as well. So I might as well just, make sure that I'm not, doing that during my practice games and making sure that everything is going well so that, nothing goes wrong.
But that's your mental game, right? That's your mental game. But what do you do? Like you said, I'm quite hard on myself.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Like, do you sit down with the pen and paper, try to solve certain things? Do you beat yourself up? Do you get angry at yourself? What do you do?
No, I mean, I just keep replaying it over and over in my head. And I've started recording my games as well now because my coach doesn't live in India. So I always, whenever I play like practice games, I send it over to him. So now once I have the recordings, before I go to sleep, I always watch them. And before I go to sleep, it's like always in my head, like, why did you do this? And you really need to like change it in the next one. And I keep making the same mistake. So it's like, before I go to sleep, it's always, replaying in my head over and over.
Do you sleep with, playing your games in your head? Like in your dreams, do you dream about squash only?
No, I dream about my reels because I doom scroll a lot. So it's like after I watch my squash match, I make sure that I either watch a TV show or, scroll because I don't want to go to sleep thinking about squash as well. So then I make sure that, I distract myself and it's just, something that I like doing to get my mind off of it.
Nice. It's beautiful. So many things you do which are based on psychology principles and you don't even know about it.
Not realize
That's very interesting. Whoever has taught you this or maybe you yourself, it's incredible. Like I can think of 5 psychological principles that you're doing in your head with just a little bit of a talk. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so tell me more. What else do you see? When you lose, you're hard on yourself. But when you go home, you distract yourself with some kind of reels. So those are the reels which are playing in your head.
Yeah.
Right? Do you wake up then the next day thinking about that I lost?
Not so much actually, because I mean, for the last 10 years, I've had school in the morning. So I've been like waking up thinking about school rather than squash. And I only used to train like once school used to end. So I mean, once I wake up, I used to think about school, just spend time with my friends and, get that part of my life into, the day. And then once I come back home, then, squash is more in the evening part. So I spend like 3-4 hours in the evening thinking about squash and only squash. And then, the first like couple of hours and like the first half of the day about the rest of the things. So I can, balance things out a bit.
But do you, during the day, maybe after school, do you think about that? I want to win. I want to be the champion. I want to be this person. I want to win this tournament. Are you like that?
I mean, definitely. Because a lot of my day goes on talking about squash even at home, because I'll be talking to my parents, okay, I have these tournaments to play and like I have to go for training here and like just my planning. So I mean, most of the day it's just, circling in my head, what my future is like and what I need to do now and just my plans and stuff. So I mean, it's constantly going on in my head. I mean, even in school, sometimes my teachers used to just look at my laptop and they'd see like a squash match open on, my laptop rather than me studying. Used to be a bit of a problem sometimes, but I think they got used to it after a point.
But are they nice to you when they see you just being involved in squash?
I mean, yeah.
Or are they not nice to you and be like, hey, that's the part of the life which you can take care of after school?
They were a mix. I mean, I think it would depend on the time of the day. If it's, if they're in a good mood, they let me watch my squash matches. And I mean, they know I'm like that, whether they say, stop it or not, they know eventually I'm going to watch it. So there was a lot of times they used to be like, okay, first 10 minutes, Anahat, okay, if you want to watch your squash, watch it. We're not doing anything important. But after that, you need to, make sure that the next 30 minutes of the lesson, you're actually focusing on the study. So we used to have deals like that.
Nice. So everyone around you has been supportive.
Yeah.
Have you gotten angry on your parents during the game or after the game?
I think definitely numerous times. I mean, not angry, but we argue a lot. I mean, especially like during practices and stuff. If they're telling me do this, I get annoyed. I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Just don't tell me. But I think we've had a few talks. I've had a few talks with my coaches as well. And they're like, they're your parents. They're doing it for your own good. They're not just doing it because they're bored. So just listen to them. And yeah, I mean, it's all just going to help me out in the future. And I think it's taking me a bit of time to realize that. And I think today is one of the days I'm realizing it. But you never know, tomorrow I'm annoyed with them again. So it's a cycle.
Tell me the worst time. Tell me a time where you were at your worst behavior with them.
I mean, I still have those days actually. I had an argument with my mom yesterday and she's like, you don't listen to me. I'm telling you this. You have to just, listen. There was a while in the middle where, my dad's been quite involved as well because he's mainly the one that travels with me and he knows the most about squash in my family, besides, of course, my sister. But yeah, I mean, he's also constantly telling me. And there was a while where we'd argue like every single day. And after a point, he was like, Anahat, okay, you want to do this on your own? Do it on your own. Then I'm not getting involved. And then I think after a few days, I realized that, I actually need him on my side. And I was like, okay, please just come back, help me out. And I think of course, I'm still a teenager and I have my mood swings. So yeah, I mean, it's going to take me a while to realize it, but yeah.
Did you go and like apologize or no? You were just like, oh, this is all done. Like just brush it under the carpet.
I don't say too many sorries, but I think I try to go and talk to them and I try to be extra sweet. And I think they realize that that's my form of saying, okay, I apologize for my behavior today. Just please come back.
When was the last time you were sorry?
Last time I was sorry, I'd say before like my event, like the World Juniors that happened, when I was in training during like in Prague, and of course I had my coach there as well and my parents were there as well. So of course when I'm in Prague, it's all just squash all the time. So I mean, when I come back home to like the apartment and I just want to rest and forget about it, and I'm like, my parents are still saying, okay, you didn't do this in your practice session and stuff like that. And my coach is telling me that as well. So I'm like, I think that was the last time I remember actually having an argument. And I was like, okay, can you give me a break? Like, this is my time to just go and like sit in bed and enjoy and talk to my friends. And I think, yeah, I mean, that was the last time we actually argued about it. And they're like, okay, you don't want to listen to us? Don't listen to us. And the next day I ended up playing really badly. So I think that was just, after that, I was like, okay, maybe I should listen to them. And that's, the world's way of telling me that if you don't listen, then you're going to play like this all the time. So I was like, okay, I apologize. I'll listen to you from now on.
But did you listen then?
I tried. I tried for a few days and then I went back to normal and then I tried for a few days. So it's a cycle right now.
Do you find it difficult to just say word sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Definitely. It's quite hard.
Why is that hard? Because you feel like, oh, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
Now, they should have understood. Yeah.
I do say that to myself sometimes, but I mean, I'm not too good with my words. So I have other ways of, showing my love and showing if I feel bad about something, then I show it in other ways rather than actually saying it.
Fair. Okay. Based on every opponent you have faced, let's say you can't actually rank other opponents with people who you have never played. Okay. Maybe you'll face some of them in LA. Like right now, based on everyone you have faced, do you think you have superior mental strength?
I don't think I'm number one.
Why? You've beaten them all.
In my age category?
Yeah, all the opponents in your age category.
Maybe. One or two. I'd say so.
Why? What came in your head? Why did you keep yourself as two?
Because...
Who came in your head?
I mean, it's not who. I think it's just about me because I'll also have my ups and downs. There'll be days where I feel like, okay, yeah, definitely that I feel like I'm very strong right now and I feel like I'm in a really good place. Then there'll be some days where, of course, I mean, every athlete will doubt themselves. And I think there will be days where there'll be other squash players who will feel like they're in a better place than I am. So I don't think I can say I'm number one because there'll be some days that I am number one. But then there'll also be days where I'm number 10.
Okay.
So I think it definitely varies on which tournament I am and who.
So it's not who. Like you can't think of an individual person who has better mental strength than you. You can just think about yourself like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
good days Anahat number 1, bad days Anahat number 2.
Yeah. I think it's more about me than anyone else and what is going on in my head.
Nice. Do you compare yourself with anyone?
No, not so much.
Never. Have you compared yourself with anyone?
Like other squash players?
No, anyone. Just in
Anyone
life
else?
also, you can tell me.
Compared myself.
In any aspect of your life.
I'd compare myself to my friends.
For what?
I mean, sometimes I'd wish I'd have their lives.
Why? What is there in their life?
Sometimes, but then,
Like sometimes, what are those times?
I mean, some days when I'd see them, going out and having fun and
And what is going out and having fun?
going for parties, going shopping, going for movies. And, I ended up missing my graduation a couple of months back.
Oh.
That was one day that hit me the most than any other day.
Where were you?
I was in Egypt for a tournament.
And that day you were playing, or that day you were just sitting?
No, I had an event. I had a match that day.
Were you able to win that?
No, I had a match that day with the world number one. And I knew going into the event that, of course, I'm playing the world number one and I don't have much of a chance. And I was really, really upset. I went for breakfast that day. And the first thing I did, my mom looked at me and she could just tell on my face something was off. And she was like, Anahat, are you okay? And I just started like bawling my eyes out. I was like, this is like one of the worst days. Like I opened my phone. The first thing I saw was like my friends just, at their graduation and just posting pictures, seeing pictures on like our group chat. And I was like, this is one of the days where I just wish that, I was a part of their life. And I didn't have to play this tournament, but I would not do anything to trade where I am right now either. So it's a hard decision.
But because you lost that day, would you still go out knowing that the outcome is losing and knowing that the outcome is missing out on a graduation day? Would you still choose the tournament or go for graduation day? Because anyway, you're going to lose. So you'll come back later when you're ready to beat that player.
It's a tough question. I'd say I'd still go for the event because that
The
was
tournament.
Because it was the first time that I played the world number one, and it wasn't that I lost hollow. And I think that was one of the matches where I got to learn a lot and I got to see what my level really was at and, what gap there really is between me and the world number one. And it's my dream to get there as well. So firstly, it was just, I was honored to actually get into court with someone like her and then actually getting to see the gap between both of us, to see how much I have to work and, to be on the same spot.
What is one thing about you which you feel was better than hers?
I really don't think anything was.
Think.
I'd say this is what my coaches say, so I can just copy exactly what they're saying.
No, what do you think? Forget coaches.
I agree with them.
Okay,
but
yeah. So this is what you think as well.
That they think that my shots.
Say you think.
Me.
What do you
I think
yeah.
that my shots to the front of the court and my attacking style is something that not many people have, and even it's something that's not usually done. Like usually in squash, it's all like you hit to the back until you actually get a very good opportunity to hit to the front. But I don't have the patience to do that. And my style has always just been, even on the first shot, just go and attack.
Aggressive.
From the first point to the last. And I think that's just something that is different about my game style. And the world number one who I played, she doesn't really play like that. She plays the traditional, very basic, very good and solid game and attack when you get the chance. And I played complete opposite of that. So,
and do you believe so? This is a good thing about you?
I think it is a good thing, but it's also not.
Do you believe that it's a good thing?
I do. But
but that's it. We can end it at that.
No. I have to add my justification to it.
Why? Why do you want to justify?
Because, it's helped me until now, until I've got to the top 20. But now that I look at it, it's also just attacking has too many risks. And if I look back at my games, my basic game is not that at all. If someone just asks me, hit 5 shots to the back, it's really hard for me to do that. But if you ask the world number one or, even someone in the top 20, hit 5 shots continuously to the front, they wouldn't be comfortable to do that. So my game is quite opposite to what, a traditional squash player would play. And I think especially playing in the senior tour now, I've realized that, that game will work. And it's really good that I have that game because not everyone has it. But I also need to, focus on how everyone else plays and add a little bit of that. Because, there's a reason they play like that. It's not just,
But have you ever thought like maybe that's your edge?
It is, but I think I need to use it in the right way and
Fair.
not just all the time. Because, when it's not working, it doesn't work at all. And when it's really good, it's really good. So I think right now, what I'm working on mainly is just to find that mid balance when, if I'm having a bad day, even my bad day is good enough to beat, certain players. Where it's not just if I have a terrible day, I'm losing to everyone. And that's what it is right now. That if I have a bad day, I lose to people that I'm not supposed to lose to.
And why?
Because, like I mentioned, my basic game is just not there.
But what's the bad day?
Bad days.
Because you said on a bad day, I lose to people who I'm not supposed to lose from. Yeah.
My bad days would probably be just, when I'm making too many errors, when I'm not in the right mind space.
And what is right mind space? But is bad day because of bad rest, bad feeling, no dairy milk, no superstition? What?
I've not figured out the pattern yet.
Or like that red ugly dress which made you lose?
I've not figured the pattern out yet, but I feel like every athlete, it's not that you can play perfectly every single day of your life. And
not saying that. What do you think about you? Because you didn't say there are times when I play good and I lose. And there are times when I play good and I win. You didn't say that. You said that there are bad days and I know that I'm losing. And in the practice session, I can feel it. There is something that in your body that tells you, that instinct, that gut, like, what is it?
I don't know I'm losing, but the days I know I'm going to win, I can just feel it more. Because then I just feel more confident.
Like today's my day.
Yeah, I'm in a better mood. I can just, you can't really put it into words, but in the practice sessions, you can just, because you end up playing like how you would in a match. And then you can just kind of tell that, okay, my shots are going where I want them to go. And if then, like I mentioned in my practice sessions, if I'm playing at home as well, if I play up to the mark in my practice sessions, then I can do that in my matches as well. It's the same thing in tournaments. If I feel like I'm doing well in my practice sessions, then I'll do well in my match as well. So I think that the same thing applies, but it's not that necessarily I'll play badly in my practice and I'll lose in the match. It's not always like that, but sometimes I get the feeling.
Tell me a silly thing because of which you have lost a match. Something that just derailed your mindset and then you're like, oh shit, I lost.
A silly thing. There's actually, the 2 times that I've lost a junior match, it's been when I've not gone for a practice session in the morning. And it's something that the first time it happened was when I was 11 years old, and I ended up losing under 5. I was like, 20 minutes match was over. And I was like, what did I do differently today? And I looked back at the tournament. I was like, okay, so today is the day I decided, okay, I'm in the final. I'm going to rest it out and not wake up in the morning, not go for practice. Done. I did the same thing in December this year at the same tournament, 3-4 years later. I reached the final. I felt confident I'm going to win the final. I decided I'm going to sleep in, not go for the practice session. Same thing. And I think, I clearly did not learn from the thing that happened 5 years ago. I did it for 5 years. I don't know why I thought I'm going to win the match easily. I did that. I ended up losing the match. One of the worst events of my life. I'm probably never going to do that again.
Now you learned the lesson hard way. Do you feel like a kid every time you are in the court? Like, I'm just playing. I'm here to have fun.
It depends on the match. If I'm playing junior events, not so much. But if I'm playing senior events, most matches, I'm just like excited to go on the court.
Just have fun. But junior events, you're serious?
Yeah, it's stressful.
It's stressful?
Yeah.
Or you don't think that you're just having fun?
Not juniors, because juniors, it's like the expectations are slightly higher because I'm usually ranked 1 and everyone expects me to win. But seniors, I'm always as of now, I'm mostly the underdog until my ranking starts to climb up, then the situation will change. But I mean, yeah, if I'm
What's your
playing
senior ranking?
20.
Okay. Junior?
1.
Do you like this or no?
I mean, of course. It's really nice. And
No, 20 and 1.
Oh. No. I wish it was 1 and 1. But hopefully that happens in the next few years.
Has it ever happened with an athlete? Junior 1 and then right immediately after that number 1 senior.
The current world number 2 was like I told you she's 19 years old. So she was junior number 1 and then she was world number 2.
Oh, so she beat you 2 years ago.
Yeah. She's the girl I lost to when I didn't wake up early morning for the practice.
Oh, it was only about waking up early.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, this was the one that was the first one, like 4 years ago. And yeah, I mean,
Shit.
maybe I would have had a better competition with her if I, woke up in the morning.
So you know this
20
now.
minutes.
Like next time you're seeing her, all you have to do is wake up early and just practice.
I wish it was that
and you'll
easy.
be. I know it's so easy. So come on, we all know this. You've got this. What are you worrying about? Let's worry about number 1. Number 2, we have got it sorted.
Huge gap. No difference.
No, number 2, we have gotten it sorted. Now we have the strategy.
Yeah, just wake up in the morning and
Practice and then go. That's all. Number 1 ke liye we need strategy because she's physically fitter. She's like 20
Number
things.
1, I need to do 3 practice sessions and then go for it.
See, you have the strategy.
Done.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Perfect.
Just stamina to last after 3 practices as well. That is important.
Yeah.
So that we need to figure. Everything else is sorted for
Yeah, I've figured it out now. 1 till 20, I know how to beat everyone.
you. Brilliant. We love this. It happened here first. Okay,
Yeah.
you want to remember this
Yes.
next time.
If anyone asks me, so how did you figure out how to beat the world number 1? Just practice all day until the match, play the match.
Exactly. I discovered this while having a fun conversation with someone.
Yeah.
If you ever do that, you next time, okay, I know if though is not even a question, I know it's going to happen. So whenever you're going to face her next time, you will practice and then you end up beating her, right? And then you call me. I'm like, Raj, shit, bro, we killed it.
Yeah.
We did the exact same thing. Everything else, all my 20 years of my life, my parents, they didn't do
They
anything.
couldn't figure it out. It was just because of this conversation.
Yes, this is just one practice I did it.
Yeah.
No, you'll get it. You'll get it. I know this. We can see this. When did you start fully believing in yourself that I've got it in me? I'm going to kill it.
I'd say maybe when I got selected for the Commonwealth Games.
Okay. 14.
Yeah. I think that was because that was my first senior event. And before that, I had never interacted with the senior players. I'd only played the junior events. And I knew I was doing well then, but doing well in juniors and seniors are 2 very different things. And I think just going for that event, getting selected was one thing, but actually playing there just changed my perspective of everything and getting to see the top athletes in almost every single sport and getting to see, even if I didn't get to talk to them, just going for dinner and seeing the way they acted, the way they were, how they, prepared themselves before like events like the Commonwealth Games. It's just something that changed my perspective completely.
When you go to Commonwealth, okay, what's the most scary thing? Because you said you got overwhelmed when you entered at 14, and I can imagine.
Yeah.
Right. Tell me, what was the most overwhelming thing? Like, is it the crowd? Is it the pressure? Is it the India tag, India flag? Are these other players or like age? What is it? What scares you the most? Because you're alone, lonely in that court.
I'd say all of them. Because I remember, because that was the first event that I'd seen all of them, I did not leave my room. That was also the first time that I traveled away from my parents, and they'd always be with me. That was the first time I stayed in my room alone. I was used to staying with my parents even in Delhi. So I did not leave my room. I'd only leave for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And in the first few days, I'd, go for breakfast, lunch, dinner alone. I wouldn't want to, go close to them, and I'd be so scared.
Why?
I don't know. It was just they were players that I've, grown up watching, and then actually seeing them in person. And, I was someone who wasn't very talkative, and I was extremely shy, and, going from that transition was something that was quite scary. But yeah, I mean, they were some of the best people that I've ever met in my life. And just over a couple of days, I started getting used to it. And I remember...
So you were like, you entered, you were in room alone for the first time. You would just go eat food and come back.
Yeah.
And then what?
I mean, and then slowly, I remember they tried to, start getting me out of my comfort zone. I remember the boys' team used to go out to the supermarket and get chocolates. And I mean, of course, back in the picture. And, just to get me more comfortable, they'd come and knock on my door every night and ask me, if I want any chocolates and if I wanted to come talk to them. And I think that's just how I slowly started getting comfortable. And, at the end of it, I was completely fine. And, we were all talking like we'd known each other forever.
Nice. So walk me the first time you're entering Commonwealth. Like the day you have a match.
The day I had my match? The first match that I had was actually on the center court, like the glass court. And I mean, even the top players didn't get a chance to play on that court. And somehow my match ended up getting shifted to that court. And I mean, playing on the center court surrounded by so many people is very different than playing on, the side courts.
Okay.
So
Why?
I think, and I mean, the crowd...
Give me a visual. I don't know. I wouldn't know what center court is, side court is.
Okay, the center court it's a glass court. So there's a crowd surrounding the whole court. Yeah, so there's a crowd surrounding the whole court.
Okay, like the entire thing, you can see people.
Yeah, because it's just glass. And the crowd is very different. The atmosphere is very different because they put it in a large space. And I mean, the side courts are just wall and there's only an audience in the back.
Okay.
So I think the atmosphere and the crowd and everything is the opposite.
So 360 degree, you can see people. It's a stadium.
Yeah.
And how many people? Like 10, 20,000 people?
Not 10, 20,000. Squash is not big enough for that. But there was definitely a lot of people. And I remember going into the match feeling extremely nervous. But I ended up winning that match. And
what was nervous? What was making you nervous?
I think just getting to play on that stage.
That so many people are watching. Everything's going to... I'm still young.
Yeah. And it was
like that?
my first event playing someone who's not a junior. And someone who's... I think just playing at the Commonwealth Games, I don't think I processed that until I actually left the village. And I mean, it was very overwhelming at first, but I think just that event is something that really shaped me in that match and the match after that. And I ended up playing a girl in the top 20 and I was 14 years old, and I ended up having like 3-1 with her, which was decently close for a 14-year-old against a 20-year-old. A 14-year-old against a 20-year-old. And I mean, I think that was also one of the events that I realized that,
I'm in the big leagues now, and I need to game up. I need to play better.
Yeah.
But you won the first game.
Yeah.
That gave you confidence?
It did, but I mean, I wanted to do I ended up playing a girl who was at a similar level as me. So I wasn't completely satisfied. And I mean, I spoke to my parents. My dad was there, but he wasn't at the village. He was outside, and he spoke to me on the phone. And, we have this thing where he always explains the stats of every single opponent. He says, okay, she's beaten this girl, she's lost to this girl. So there's a possibility of you, having a chance against her. And I remember talking to him on the phone, and he was like, Anahat, you can actually really do it. Just push through it. And I remember that match being one of the matches he was quite upset, because he was like, I actually had hope that you could beat her. And I was just happy that I actually ended up winning one game against her. And I was like, why are you upset? Just be happy that I'm 14. This is my first time I'm playing this event. Just, let me have fun and be happy that I've, done this much. And he's like, no, but you could have done more. And I think that's when I realized that, if other people have the belief that I can do better, then, I should believe in it too. And, when I watched the match back, I was like, what did you do? Like, you could actually have done it.
So dad studies the players?
Yeah.
Every time?
Almost, yeah.
So every time before you enter a tournament, he would have studied all the nitty-gritties of the opponent, and he'll brief you?
Yeah.
Or you would study as well?
No, I will, I'll go through my coach with about the technical stuff, but my dad just does it for more confidence, and he just tries to tell me like the scores against other opponents. Like he'll be like, okay, you've beaten this girl and this girl has beaten this girl, so that means you can beat her. So it's more like that, and just mentally getting me stronger that, you know, if you've done this, then this is nothing.
Or would he tell you that, okay, you know, back court, backhand is a little weak, right court, front court, whatever, this is weaker, all of that, would he tell you?
He does do that a bit, but now he's trying to leave that to the coaches a bit. But also I know that, I mean, he's traveled with me so much now. He's been traveling since I started playing squash. So he's seen my opponents more than anyone else. So he knows quite a lot about it. So whenever he has an idea, he does tell me.
What's your process? When you enter a court, what's a before process? Like, what are you thinking right before entering a match? 10 seconds, 1 minute, 1 hour. Is there a ritual?
I know this is an odd thing to say, but I honestly don't like to think about my match before my match.
Okay.
I normally do like my match analysis and watch my opponent's match the night before so that I can sleep on it and think about it. And then when I wake up in the morning, of course, I talk to my coach in the morning as well. But if my match is, you know, later in the evening, especially like an hour before, I like to just be to myself and listen to music and, you know, think about other things. Because I feel like if I think too much about my match, my heart just starts racing. And I've tried this a few times because, especially in stressful events where, you know, if I go and look at a squash match, I'll start, you know, thinking of myself in the position and start overthinking everything. But when I go and, you know, just if my friends are around at the event and I just go talk to them about random things and get my mind off of the match, I somehow end up performing better. So that's just something I like doing where, you know, I just go talk to people. Sometimes I end up watching a TV show like while warming up for my match and, you know, listening to music and, you know, imagining other things rather than my actual match.
So you would not think about the match?
No. If I feel like I'm going to get stressed out, then I don't.
And is it a deliberate process or it's just how it is? It's been like this.
Initially it wasn't, because I used to just automatically just not end up thinking about my match before. But now I've realized when I've tried a few times thinking about my match and focusing too much on, you know, what I'm actually going to do 20 minutes later, it just doesn't end up working too well. And when I've just focused on other things and gotten my mind off of it and thought about it on the spot or just maybe a few minutes prior while warming up or while I'm just talking to my coach in the break times, it works a lot better.
Do you think number 2 position is bad?
I think it's the worst. Out of 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Thank you for saying this. I believe in this as well. Yeah, go ahead, tell.
I mean, for me, when I've come second, it's hurt the most. Because it's like, third, you've lost in the semis, fine. You've still been one step away from winning the gold. If you reach the finals, you've been like so close. And it's like, you've done everything. You've won every single match in the event. And then you've come that close to winning. And then you come second.
Yeah. I always used to think that the biggest loser is number 2. Because it's like number 3 knew that he didn't or she didn't have a chance. Number 2 knew, like I was like, probably
exactly.
1 second or 1 point or like that. So when you come second, what happens?
It's the worst. I just wish I came third then.
Have you seen that report where they've analyzed, I think for 20 Olympics, they've seen number 1, number 2, and number 3 on the podium when they're receiving the medal.
Yes.
And number 3 looks happier.
And number 2 is just super sad. I've seen that, yeah.
Silver medal, he's standing above, but still, that guy is like, feeling
I saw a recent picture of like Neeraj Chopra in the Commonwealth Games. He got a silver and another Indian got a bronze. And the other Indian was smiling like really big smile, and then Neeraj was just there standing like super sad. And I looked at that picture and I was like, yeah, I know what he's probably thinking right now.
What's there when you talk about world, what's there in Egyptians? Why
Egyptians?
Yeah, like why are they... Squash was invented in, I think, in England.
Yeah.
Right? And then like they are not as as good as Egyptians right now. They've had their phase, then France had their phase, Pakistan had their phase, but Egyptians are like just there from 1930s till now. They're dominating the game.
I mean, I wish I knew what the Egyptians had, but I think it's more of just the infrastructure. Squash is like their cricket. And how India treats cricket here, where it's just madness, that's how it is for Egypt. And I went there last year for an event, for a tournament, and that was the first time I had gone to Egypt. And I'd go for my practice sessions in the morning, maybe like 8 a.m. And I'd also go if my matches ended at like 8, 9 p.m. I'd see little kids, not even older people, just kids 7, 8 years old with coaches in almost every single court, 20 courts in the stadium. And they're playing for like hours and hours a day with almost one kid per coach. And I was just like, I had never been to Egypt before. And of course, I'd been playing for almost 9 years before that. And I never understood what it was. Everyone would just say, okay, it's infrastructure. But okay, what do you mean infrastructure? And then I actually got to see it last year. And I was just like,
it's culture.
That's insane. I would go for dinner in clubs or like restaurants, and they would have connected squash courts. And I'd be sitting and eating like a nice, yummy meal of dinner, and I'd hear the squash ball playing in the back. And I'd like, that's just how it is.
It's culture.
Yeah.
They're breeding new players.
That's just how they hear about squash and they see squash from when they're born. And that's just how it is for them.
And that's the only reason, because the entire culture is like, and everybody for the hobby and for having fun also, they're playing squash only.
Yeah.
Is that the reason?
I'd say so. Like in India, if you say there's maybe 3,000 people playing squash, for example, there'll be 10 people that are good. But in Egypt, there's 30,000 people playing squash. So of course, it'll be a lot more that, out of those 30,000 people, the majority that will come out will be a lot more, because there's so many more people playing.
But there's no other reason, just about infrastructure and culture. Do you think, is there something else that they have some superior hand, maybe genetics or stuff like that, or no?
I don't think it's genetics, because it's not that squash requires you to be super strong or, requires a certain skill from you or anything like that. But it's just, I think just a certain era maybe did super well in Egypt, where they had a lot of really good squash players. And then, that inspired generations and generations further. But that's been there in almost every country. India's also had that. And, it's every single country. England's had that and France has had that. But for them, it's always been that, okay, it's been there for a certain amount of years, but after a point, it's died down, and then it's come back, and then it's died down. But somehow for Egypt, it stayed consistent. And the only reason I can think of, and the only reason I've actually seen, is this.
True, because I always wonder like why certain sports are really big in certain countries. And I try to find out reasons. So I love asking people about this. I'm not able to find out a reason around it. Like for runners, we know why in Africa. There's enough, their genetics, their culture, there's so many things, right? Their legs, the way they have the body archetype. But here, gymnastics, we know why specifically European countries, and then America has a certain edge. But Egypt and squash, there's no justification.
Yeah, but I think athletics is very different, because athletics, it's not that it's not more about skill, it's more about your physicality. So then genetics plays a huge role there. But for squash, it's like, even if you're super strong, okay, that's one aspect of it. But if you don't have the skill, if you don't have the mentality, if you don't know like how to compose yourself, it doesn't matter.
What's your training day like?
My training?
Tell me your whole day when you're not in school.
When I'm not in school, then if I give an example of Prague, that's when I'm usually training my hardest. I'd have a morning session with my coach.
What time do you wake up? What do you eat? What do you do after waking up? Give me the slow process. Give me the long one.
Everything. I'd usually wake up at around 7:38, usually earlier when I'm in Prague, because I'm jet lagged. So it doesn't feel that early for me.
Okay.
And then we usually stay in an apartment, so I try to make my own breakfast, or sometimes my dad makes breakfast and I eat.
So dad's always there with you in Prague?
Yeah, usually one of my parents is always there.
Okay.
And then, I always have a morning practice session. I have a one-on-one session with my coach in the morning for about 1.5 hours. Sometimes if I need to get pushed around a little bit, I get a gym session added in the morning as well. But sometimes, that's usually just 3 to 4 days a week. The rest of it, it's just a squash session in the morning. And then I'll have a couple of hours in between where I can go back, rest, eat lunch, and maybe take a nap, but not so much. And then I end up training. We have group sessions in the evening at around 4 p.m. So if I'm in Prague, usually it ends quite early. So we start at 4 and then we play for an hour and a half till 5:30. And, you mix around, you play with a lot of different players. And it ends at 5:30 and I'm usually back in my apartment by 6 and I can just talk to my friends and chill, eat dinner and go to sleep.
And then what's the junk you said? You enjoy junk. So you're supposed to eat.
I try to follow this as much as I can. But I always do eat all of this, but I add stuff like chips, chocolates, unhealthy, very fried stuff.
What's your favorite food that you love? Like you can eat a lot of it. Like junk.
Is pizza considered junk? Pizza.
Pizza considered junk?
Not so
What
much.
do you think, Anand? I'm asking you a question. Is pizza considered junk?
I don't think so. If you're asking me, I wouldn't say so. But if
What pizza are you eating? Which pizza do you love? Okay, what's the best pizza you have?
Prague.
Okay.
And there's this...
Tell me an exact place, exact stuff, exact thing that you eat.
It's my favorite pizza in the whole world. It's opposite the squash courts. It's right opposite the squash courts. It's called Petrin. And it's for the university students there. And I didn't expect it to be good at all. And I tried the pizza and it was the best pizza I've ever had in my life. The perfect thin crust, tasting amazing, perfect amount of spice. And I dream of it literally every time I go there. My coach doesn't let me have it. So I have to secretly discuss it with my dad. And my dad's like, okay, Anahat, you've played well today. You can have a little bit of pizza. Just don't tell Greg, who's my coach. And I'm like, okay, I won't tell him. Just let me have the pizza, please.
But can't your coach tell next day because you're performing better or worse? Because of extra carbs. It doesn't show up.
It doesn't show. Unless he's seen me eat it doesn't show.
Oh, nice. So dad being dad spoils you a little and we just like, thoda kar
if he
le.
feels bad sometimes and I'm like, can you just let me have a pizza? I've had a really hard day and I'm really hungry. He'll fall for it.
Okay. So I have just like, this is the last section that I want to do. I have like a couple of videos of you where I've seen you not playing the way you do. Okay. And I want to ask you what exactly
this is really interesting.
was going in your head. Okay.
This was my world number 1 match.
This is a prime.
We can definitely discuss it.
Okay, what's going on in your head right before 1 point away?
I was so happy. I was like, okay, I'm actually really close to winning the game. And I remember going out quite satisfied because I knew that, I still have 2 more games and I could still, if I've done well in the first game, then I can do well. But then I dipped completely in the second. I remember that. And I think I got too excited after the first. But then, I realized what I did wrong. And in the third game, I ended up winning that.
But the last point where this is a game point, right? And this is a world champion moment, 1 point away. What goes on in your head? Like that in your blood, in your head, that you're winning it. Or you're still nervous and you're still like, let's take 1 point at a time. What are you thinking?
In the World Championships match, I didn't...
This match specifically.
This was in the World Championship one though. But in this one, when I was 1 point away from the game, I didn't really want to think about it because she's also world number 1. So even if I'm 10 points away from, like even if it's 10-0, she still can find a way back from it. So I didn't really want to think too much. And I think it was pretty close. It was 10-9 in the game that I was about to win. So it was just, she was 1 point away from winning it and it could come from anywhere. So I remember I was like trying to just focus on making sure that, it doesn't go to, like 10-all, because then I'll have to get 2 more points, which is a lot harder. Especially at that stage, because she has a lot more experience in, winning those kinds of matches that go really, really close. So I just wanted to make sure that I'd end it in that point and give it my all there.
But did you know at that point that you won it? Like you're just 1 point away and you'll win it?
Yeah, I did. And I think I was getting a bit too excited, but I remember telling myself before I was going to serve that because I've done this way too many times where I've, been winning and I've lost. So I remember telling myself that, okay, Anahat, forget that you're winning, just focus on this point. And, it's not that I'm winning the match. I'm just winning one game. So it's like, it's just a game. I've not, done anything too big yet.
Tell me, you're in the finals, you're 1 point away. And at that point, you usually know that you're winning?
If I'm 1 point away, but it again depends on the score though.
That's 1 point away from the game. Like this is it. The other person's maybe 2 or 3 points away.
Yeah, but I've also, once again, there's been so many times where I've been leading by 6 points and I've ended up losing. So especially...
Why do you lose when you're winning from, like, you're actually up 6 points?
It was something that I'd do a lot until last year. And I ended up doing it in, like, the same tournament, the World Juniors, in my semi-finals. I was up in all 3 games and I lost all 3 games. And I was not leading by 2 points. It was by 4+ points. And I don't know, like it was always something that I ended up doing because I'd, get too happy that, I'm almost at the finish line and I'm almost done, and I'd lose focus of, what I'm actually doing. And, then I spoke to my coaches. After that, I thought about it with myself. I rewatched all of those matches again. And thankfully, ever since then, it's not happened. But yeah, I realized that, I give it my all in the first 5-7 points in the first half of the match. And then as soon as that happens, I completely phase out and I just do whatever I want to do. And I forget about the plan. But
what did you find out? Like what specifically you found out was a mistake that has not happened till now? You said you analyzed, you saw all these games and then it has not happened again.
Yeah, it was just what I was thinking about in my head. And then I was just trying to think about solutions as to how I can fix this. And I realized this is one thing that I started doing and when all of this started happening, where I would reverse the score around, where if I was 10-3 up or like make it closer, like 10-7 up, I've started imagining that I'm actually 7-10 down. So I can't let it go now. And I always somehow end up playing better if I'm, losing a bit. So then I started, this is something that my coach told me, and he's like, just flip the score around and, that'll make you play better. And there's been many times where I've come back from, losing a game. And there's been even more times where I've lost from leading a game. So he was like, it's better if you just flip the score around. And if you're leading by a few points, if it's a large gap, then you don't need to worry. But if it's like 2-3 points, then just flip it around and focus and think that, okay, you're losing. Now just give it your all in the next, you just have to give like 1 point and just focus and just make sure that you can get through with this and,
Nice. So do you love winning or do you hate losing?
I think I hate losing. Of course, everyone loves winning, but the happiness you get from winning is not the same amount of sadness you get from losing. So I think it feels a lot, the amount that you feel when you lose is nothing compared to how you feel when you win.
Yeah.
So I'd say losing is like the worst thing that can happen.
So you don't want to feel like a loser. That's why you keep pushing.
Yeah.
Way more than you want to win.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's why every athlete is like that. I'm yet to meet one who's like, I love winning.
I mean, of course I love winning, but I hate losing more.
Exactly. Everybody says the same thing. Everyone I meet, everyone says it. It's something. Maybe every
winning
athlete
is
is trained.
like,
You guys are trained differently. You guys are.
I mean, winning's great, but it's like you win and that sticks with you for a few days, but if you lose, that sticks with you forever.
Yeah. Do you know, because we were talking about losing and winning, because you're a racket sport, right? Do you watch tennis?
Not so much.
Okay, not so much. But do you know Djokovic and
Yeah, of course.
Federer?
Yeah.
Right. So, Djokovic, whenever he's at the game point, in his entire life, only 4 times he has lost from there. He has never lost if he reaches a game point. And Grand Slam, he's never lost. Never lost if he reaches the final point. And Federer, he's lost 24 times.
I
from the
feel
game
more like
point.
Federer right now. I've already lost it like 20 times, so I'm closer to him.
And they both were and they both think differently because one of the coaches was saying that because Federer, when he is at the game point, he starts thinking I should do nothing wrong right now.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's why he ends up doing wrong. And Djokovic thinks when he's at the final point, this is great day, I've done everything right. Now I know I'm winning.
Mm-hmm.
So he, at the final point, he's already thought that he's won.
Yeah.
And that's why he ended up winning more. And at Federer, his last point was this is the precious point. I should not do wrong. I should not do wrong.
That's how I feel.
So you feel like that more?
Yeah.
You don't think that because you're close to final, you won it already?
Yeah. I mean, I'm learning to feel more like that, but I think in the last 1 year, I felt more like Federer.
They both are champions, whatever works for you.
Whoever. I mean, as long as I end up accomplishing even slightly the amount he did, amazing.
Well, all the best. Thank you so much. Here's the last question we end up asking everybody, but you've already covered, but I'm still going to go ask you that. What's the cost or what cost did you pay to become a world champion?
Missing out on life, not getting to meet my family as much and staying with them as much and, going to school and experiencing the regular teenage life. But I mean, I don't mind it. I get to travel the world and not everyone gets to do that. So it has its very good sides and bad sides as well. But I have to appreciate the good ones right now.
True. Do you really appreciate the good ones more?
I'm starting to. I didn't until recently, but then I realized that it's okay. I'm very grateful that I am where I am and not everyone gets to, be an athlete and experience what it's like to be an athlete. And,
True.
I'm happy that I am. And I couldn't imagine my life without this. So even if I say that I want to live the regular life, I'd say that for 1 week, but after a week, I'd come begging back for this life. So
fair. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Here are these chocolates for you.
How does this happen so quickly? I was just talking about it 2 minutes ago.
That's the one you like. Good.
Thank you so much.
Have you ever actually calculated or seen or maybe tracked that when you're always on versus when you're off and on, which time are you performing better?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm focusing too much on squash, then I get too overwhelmed. So I like to balance it out.
And then you're not performing well?
I mean, I don't perform as good as I would if I was, doing everything together.
Oh, nice. And what's everything for you?
Meeting my friends and family. I like to do other things. Otherwise, I get too focused on just squash. It's too stressful.
Okay, give me a list of all the other things that you like.
I mean, first meeting my friends and family, and I like to paint as well, play the piano. And I've started learning how to drive, so now I start going on drives if I'm too stressed out.
How old are you now?
I just turned 18.
Okay, so now you can drive.
Legally, yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this episode till the end. We would love to know what you liked or disliked about this episode and which guest you would like to see again on this show, or which are the new guests that you want to see. Let us know in the comments. Your feedback helps us improve and make every episode a little better. I'll see you the next time. Until then, keep figuring out.